Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Ebony, get on some claps. Thank you for coming back.
Look, the machine is in. Oh, there you go. We fumbling. Yes, guys, welcome back. It's us. Woo. It is Ebony and Rhonda. And as you see, we have two amazing guests.
We want to tell who they are. We want to talk first and then let them introduce themselves.
Well, yes, look, we could definitely. We were going to pray.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to do our prayer first.
Yeah.
All right, so Father God, Lord, thank you. Thank you for another day, Lord, that we have survived through. Father God, thank you for the ability to be woke this morning, Father God, with limbs that are working. Lord, thank you for bringing us together in this space. Just cover us, Father God. Allow this conversation to flow, Father God, as we have our children with us, Father God. This is a special episode, so Lord, work through us. In your name we pray. Amen.
God, amen. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what we doing since it's ladies first? Who are you, young lady?
Well, my name is Kayla Hamilton, and I'm Ebony Johnson's daughter.
Not the Ebony Johnson. Yeah, all right. Clap that up. It's the whole government. Okay. Yes, you too. Whole government. Okay. To the world.
That's so disrespectful.
Ebony Johnson. Okay, great.
Yes, young king. Who are you?
Respectfully and humbly, I am Tyshawn, and I am the son of Miss Rhonda right here.
Yeah.
Miss Rhonda.
Clapping that up. We're getting a hang of our clap button.
Yes.
So this week, guys, we normally start off with a check-in.
Yes.
We check in with each other and see how our week was since we were last on. And so, do you want to start, Kay? What's your check-in? How you feeling? Okay, well, Rhonda, how you? I'll start.
Yes, you go.
I'm pretty good today. Today's a good day. The last few days have been pretty good days. I cannot say that I have any complaints. We did Pride.
Yes.
We did our feeding. Mask Brooklyn did their feeding on Sunday. It was an amazing success. We're going to clap that definitely was a great success.
Yes.
And this work week has been pretty cool. It's Wednesday. You know, my boss is still on vacation.
Oh. When is your boss coming back?
Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks. But yeah, that's how my week is going. So how about you?
My week is going pretty well. I'm even more grateful because Sunday was almost a catastrophe, which we will talk about later.
Gay rights.
You know, a lot of graduations, the end of school. So, you know, I'm still riding
right?
off of that. No, my Sneaker Ball probably was a week before. This week was my son's graduation and the last day of school. The week before was the Sneaker Ball and the graduation. I'm just riding. I'm on cloud 9 and I'm just excited I'm just so happy with the way it ended and the way the year went, and I'm just ready to have some fun and do some things for me.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
How about you? How was your week?
The week has been a sweet week. I mean, besides work, but you know that's normal. But it's been really chill, and I just found some time to just take for myself and to just chill and feel the air. That's all I want.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. Hope you're taking them pictures.
Oh, yeah. We have been doing that. We have been doing that a little bit. We're getting in there.
Okay.
With photography or?
I could do. I mean, for my camera, I take pictures with my actual camera, and then I use my little, I don't know if you heard like the little mini Polaroid films, those quick snaps, and then just print those out. I do those too, and then usually I just take pictures off of my phone and just try to like edit them out.
But it's not just of yourself; it's like other people and other things. So like photography, like she said, yeah,
sceneries, but keep it cute. Give me a second.
Okay.
Sceneries.
Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention.
She's not doing right. She ain't doing it.
pay attention. Don't make
Oh,
that.
wow.
I do sceneries. If I could take pictures of people, I do that too as well. Or just like little things that just catches my eye. You know, like
Nice.
the little things that just, make you feel like, all right, it's worth taking a picture of, and it
Nice.
just speaks to you. That's just something I love.
Good. So you're getting into photography. That's what's
Mhm.
up. There's definitely a lot of things to see and catch. So your eyes will start to just notice more things now that you are taking pictures. So that's beautiful. Looking forward to seeing more
But,
more of your photos.
But I'm multi-talented too. Like
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm a dancer.
Oh, okay. We can dance. Okay.
Ebony, please don't. Ebony.
One, two,
We
three.
got a little 1, 2, 1, 2.
Bring Kayla in there too.
Come on, okay, good. Wait, we come back to your
Go ahead.
multi-talent. Go ahead, okay. Check it, Mike. Check how you feeling.
I think I'm doing pretty good. The past couple of days have been pretty chill. I'm still job hunting, but I did go to 2 restaurants today and drop my resume off. So
Okay, let's get my
So
baby
they'll,
back.
yeah, they'll get back to me by next week. So that's good. Cause I need money.
We declaring the job.
We declaring
Financial
the
freedom.
job. Come
Financial
on, Kay.
freedom. Anybody looking for a 20-year-old worker, let us know.
Listen,
Also.
don't be don't
Sorry.
promote me.
Oh, I know.
All right, listen.
putting
She
you
been
out
trying to
there.
put me in everything. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Right.
Wrapping it up.
As she should, KK. Because she know your potential.
Listen,
Yes.
I'm starting to get on her nerves with that. She's like, all right, okay, thanks
Yeah.
for thanks,
They
thanks.
They so
Bruh,
Thanks
I
for
know
sending
we
me-
applied
thanks
to,
for
like,
sending me
so
all
many.
these
All right,
jobs.
okay. I
They-
appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm trying to get there. I've been doing some chores in the house.
You doing some chores in the house? And you think you gonna get paid for that?
I'll be trying.
Why you
But I
gotta
think-
get
I
paid
think-
for doing chores?
No, I can't lie. I do get some allowance,
Okay.
but I need some more, the big bucks. So
Mm.
that's
I
where
hear
I'm
that.
going.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to enjoy my summer a little more. So I'm relaxing. I think I went to the that little parade festivity thing, but
So you want to start? Because now we about to get into the topic.
Yeah.
Yes. we can
Is that a
definitely
topic
start
you
with
want to
that.
start us with? Let's go,
Okay.
okay.
Go
so
ahead.
Pride Month is amazing. Woo. I wish certain things like that, like almost like Black History, could be celebrated every month, but we'll take what we can get. Okay, so the parade was awesome, as it usually is, but it's always the aftermath, that when the people in the park, okay, the kids done left, now it's the big people, and everybody seemed to be under. They having a lot of fun, okay, but when you have too much fun, you get real rowdy. So we walking through the park, then somebody go over there spraying mace, and now they fighting. So now the people running. The people be like, oh no, let's go. All right, so we run, we standing there, we start walking just to start walking into another stampede. Oh Lord. So see, now I didn't catch it as fast enough. That's on me. But all I saw was Rhonda running back, and my mom was like, Kayla, I'm like, oh, right now. So
I said, Ebony,
yeah,
no!
it was a lot of
Ebony,
things
no!
because we saw him running, but yeah. So
It was like a movie. It was really like a scene from a
people
movie.
get,
Like
real feisty out there.
literally, it was a scene from a movie. I felt like a tourist. We were
yeah.
first of all, it's so much to see. So we're definitely looking around because it's myself, Rhonda, and Kay, and we're looking around because there's so much to see. It's a lot going on, and you would think like normally in your mind you're like, I'm from Brooklyn, like I got this, like I'm gonna get through it. No, it was different. I felt all the way lost. Like what? Like it was like what? Yeah, you can't. Then the lady fell with people falling, and we trying to run over the people falling. It was like a scene from the movie. It was like Rhonda was like, "Get up against the gate, get up against the gate."
she was
We
sweating.
were safe. We were
Rhonda
safe
was over
on the
there
gate.
sweating
And
bullets,
it was-
okay?
And then we tried to like, yes. And then we tried to like, all right, let's try to walk this way. As soon as we started walking, it was like, again, a stampede. Like you ever watch one of them movies where everyone's running through Manhattan, like that 9/11 movie where everybody's running through. It was like everybody's running out of the park and in the same direction. And all I could see is my baby girl, and she didn't see them running at us. And I'm like, Kayla. It was a lot.
And while we were sitting down at this amazing restaurant, the food was top tier.
It was
No, the
really
food was
good.
The food was
Yeah,
top
they
tier.
got some cauliflower nuggets. I was sleeping on them. I can't lie. I kept digging my hand over there. They was like, I see you keep digging over here. Listen, don't be stingy now.
Miss
okay?
Classic French
You gotta
fries.
share.
Right,
Mrs.
right.
Classic
Because so, Rhonda and I both stopped eating meat together in March. So we haven't eaten meat since March. So we order vegan options, and of course this is the carnivore. She's like, I'm gonna get a cheeseburger and regular fries. Okay, well we got cauliflower and we got like nachos and truffle fries, and she kept her fork in our plate the whole time.
It
I
was
should have
buffalo
got
wings.
truffle
Buffalo wings
fries.
was Yeah, I
I should
should
have
have.
got classic fries.
The whole time. The food was definitely
But yeah,
amazing.
we was sitting there.
So we're sitting there enjoying a really good meal. Then all of a sudden, somebody getting their head bust on the side of us. And we didn't know whether we should just sit there and keep eating or we should run because then somebody in the ambulance. Like, it was just, we couldn't find you. I was calling you. The service was horrible.
She was like, "Where's
I
my
was
baby?"
not present with all that antics that were happening.
but you was there for the fight because you showed me the footage.
Oh, I was absolutely there for the fight. Washington Square Park. It's a lot of
Beware.
stuff going on. I had like 2 fights broke out right next to me. Them girls was just tussling, tuckling, and they went from one side to the other side, fighting to the next side.
Tell them about the boy that was on top of the pole
60 minutes.
twerking.
Yeah, he was.
Them videos was everywhere.
He's actually Instagram. I think he's like IG famous, something like that too.
this
But he
point.
was like on that pole up there on them lights, and he was.
It was going.
Giving life.
Mhm.
See,
It be lit over
but
there.
that's why they say we don't know how to behave, and
Girl,
that's it.
It was
But
a Baddies East audition. We was walked through a twerk session. It's like, throw it in rotation. I was like, well, the girls was twerking.
on the corner.
We met these 2 girls who
Literally.
fell in love with the way Kayla looked because Kayla looked amazing on Sunday. And they just pulled her over just from the way she looked. And
You
it
took
was
pictures?
amazing.
Unfortunately, not. I think I took a couple like selfies, but
Body
not
shots, not full
full
body.
body
She should have got a
pictures.
full body because she
I'm
definitely
gonna
was
try
giving.
and show y'all.
She
Yes.
was giving like
She was giving. It was giving. Brooklyn meets
definitely.
Clueless. Clueless, you know Clueless, my favorite movie, but it was just giving Black
Yeah, I
Girl
think I got
edition,
some.
and not Dion, because Dion was more like a white girl. It was giving a real Black Girl Clueless
Pride was
edition.
definitely cool.
Look at that. Oh, make sure we put that up on the screen.
Oh, she ate.
In the bottom was it's like a
I had a
checkerboard
skirt,
skirt.
too,
Look,
yeah. Skirt.
I ate.
come on, Kat, give her,
Come
I mean, give
on.
her some more
Okay,
time. Come on,
okay, no, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I said you're not going fast enough. She might run. Might have.
No, I put it
She
over
might
in the
know what
middle.
she doing.
We could all do it. See, well, we could both do it today.
So we could go to your next topic.
Whose cup is this?
Oh, so my first topic in news was the mom in Chicago who was assaulted in the store and her son was in the car, and the mom called her son apparently and had him come inside, and the mom had a loaded weapon in the car that she has the license to carry, but when he steps inside the restaurant, his mom is being assaulted by another black man. One, you had people recording. You had people actually like standing there watch this man punch this woman in her face, which just makes me feel, all kind of ways as it is, because like, are we that far removed as a society that we don't find it inappropriate that the man just hauled off and punched her in her face? So like that's one thing. But needless to say, they were arrested in Chicago at the moment, on the spot, and held for like 24 to 48 hours. Although the charges have now been dropped, it just brings up a lot, and that's why like she's suing Chicago, the police department, the city. She's suing them, and she should, because it took them 24 hours to arrest that white woman in Florida who shot that woman through the door. And how is it that you didn't even think twice to arrest me and my 14-year-old? And part of what she was saying was like, what did my son have to go through that whole process? That was a whole process for him. So that for me is definitely very alarming and like just one of those things where I feel like we need to be paying more attention, because I think we take things for granted and assume like it can't be us, like it won't happen to us, and it's happening to everyday people every day. And so I'm very unhappy about it.
I agree with you. I'm very unhappy with the entire situation, from the man to the fact that the little boy, the young man, had to resort to the violence, but there's a lot of people blaming the mother and calling the boy all kinds of names and a thug, what he had a gun for. But it's just like, if that was your mother, what would you do? Well, some people don't love their mother, so I don't. That's a different conversation. That's a different kind of topic, but I do feel for everyone involved in the situation. Of course, it's not going to be easy for the boy. Like, he had to take someone's life. Like, he has to live with that for the rest of his life. So, I agree with you. Anybody else would like to add to that?
You said something about like this being like not connected with society, and I think well, I go to school for psychology and communications, and so I think it's really interesting that to tie a lot of things back to the roots of the mind. We were doing an article in school. It was a couple months ago, so I can't remember the name right now, but it was something about the adolescents and the effects on their minds when they watch too much like violence and things. And I think right now everything is surrounded around violence, like action movies, GTA, Fortnite, Mortal. Like everything is some kind of fighting, Nerf guns, baddies, ATL,
Music.
everything. Yeah, so everything is like promoting violence, and so when you hear it often, you see it often. Unfortunately, at some point it doesn't affect you anymore, which it makes it sad, because there are a lot of times, they're really desensitized from violence. There are a lot of times where I see videos where like little kids be fighting and girls and boys that get jumped, and then people rather record than to stop the fight. And so it's like, hiya, that's sad. Like, what if that was y'all? Everybody hates for it to be them or they friend, but no one makes the moves to stop it if it's someone else, because they like, oh, I don't want to get in that. But I think that's what like keeps us divided. No one wants to help the other person.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sad.
I agree. I mean, you don't have to if it's like, you don't. You have to feel obligated to.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
No, you don't have to. You don't have
No,
to.
I'm tagging in. So if I speak, I'm just joining in with y'all. I'm not talking over y'all. Y'all good. I feel like the situation itself, I mean, it's hard as like just again another situation where a young man, black man at that, is just basically have to defend and protect his mother from a situation, from these people out here in these worlds that God knows what's going on, and just how I say, it's a lot. It's just a lot of pressure.
Don't be that so right. I get it. It's hard, but
It's hard. It's
shouldn't
reckless.
have to protect his mom from another black man. I get it. I understand what you're trying to say.
But I mean that it's like I don't relate, because I would say, hey, like I mean not in that situation, but I would feel the same way. Like I would do anything to make sure that my mother's okay. Like, who are you going to come up in here going to try to like harass somebody and they even do nothing to you?
I get it. I get it. What?
What's your first topic, Wanda?
Okay, so my topic is, I would like to talk about this whole, the news of the meat. I don't know if you heard about the meat. The labs approved like 2 meats to be sown in the U.S. Like they're gonna grow it in a lab, like lab grown meat, and they cleared it, and it's now gonna be sold to us. So I am appalled.
It's been approved.
I am disgusted, because it's like, and Bill Gates, who are you? Like, you a whole software guy. So
That's
now
where
you
it
over
comes
here,
He's
but
over here producing
now you over here,
engineering food.
right?
I mean, but that's what software engineering. It's all engineering.
Nah, but not fake food
Yeah,
though.
it's all bioengineered.
It
food
was
now.
yeah.
They
So
transitioning.
that goes along with the whole seedless fruit. People really consume it without any question, and so if we're thinking about it, we've already been eating biodegradable food. If you really want to be technical, which is why a lot of us are going vegan, a lot of us are going more plant-based, a lot of us are going, and even that, a lot of people are saying is still not the healthiest way to eat today because how are things being grown and harvested. So, I grow your own vegetables.
You gonna help?
Yeah,
We
we
gonna
gonna
start a
have to,
garden like
yeah.
we
We
did.
gonna
We
have
said on the first episode we gonna start a garden.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. 'Cause
We need a whole shed on top because we know they
Yeah.
like to spray things, drop pesticides.
that's the
down
only way
on
we're
our
gonna
stuff.
know what we eating now. Cause this the way the world is biodegradable. That's the way the world is.
So we
going.
wouldn't be like doing meat or anything like that, like raising. No, because we don't want to hurt the animals,
Yeah,
right?
no, I don't want to. No, I'm not killing nothing.
I'm becoming like an animal lover.
I'm not killing anything.
I
Not a
mean,
chicken.
I don't know why.
I don't even want no.
Would you try the, let's see, those things, I think it's for like, remember we had those, I think it was like a Just Lab, but it was like the egg thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, but we never ate it.
We never did.
The one,
like we
the
bought-
yellow container that
Yeah.
say just egg.
Oh yeah.
You ever had that? Oh.
We still give those to our clients. It's like it's supposed to be like liquid eggs, right? Yeah. They are right.
You liked it? It was good.
I mean, it's not like a regular egg, but to be honest, I haven't really eaten eggs. Like I use, since we stopped eating meat, I haven't eaten eggs. Like I'll use egg in something I'm making. If I'm making like a pancake or cookie, like something like that, I'll put an egg in that. But I haven't. I've actually been getting egg whites.
But have you noticed, sorry if you want to say something, have you noticed that when you eat things with the egg, you can kind of taste it? For me? Okay. I thought I was going crazy. What
No.
was
No,
it?
that's that was exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say the same thing. Like,
Tastes super eggy.
you notice that, like, even, like, the certain things that you make, you still got to put eggs in it. Like, for me, personally, I don't eat eggs. I haven't, like, physically eaten an egg, I haven't eaten that in a long, long time. So, still just notice that the things I eat contains eggs. It's just, like,
Yeah.
You
It's
need
different.
money to be a real vegan, though.
Well,
That's
I mean,
very costly.
yeah. But that's why if you follow like that whole raw diet and you start to look at it, they tell you different ways to consume it in a less cost efficient way. Like that won't really kill your pockets. Better choices, but cheaper at cheaper prices, like bananas and potatoes and onions, like things that you can get at
They just be
more
so
reasonable price.
big. The onions be like why is the onion?
That's not a powders. I get the smaller ones.
Okay.
I'm not getting that big ass onion. Just like when I was eating chicken, I'm not buying them big ass chickens. Like I don't want it. It's just, if it looks, that ain't no chicken. Or the little tiny ones that the Chinese restaurant was giving out.
Okay.
Like those all something's wrong with them.
I know people be like, that ain't chicken. You eating a sparrow. Why you want it so small? Because
Yeah.
I'd rather it be small. Okay, this is our last topic before we get into our main topic of the show. Is there a topic you would like to discuss, like any current events? Something that might have happened this week?
come back to me.
Oh no, we going to the main topic.
Right,
Let's
okay,
go,
so-
guys.
Right.
KK.
You said a topic. Did y'all talk about the
We did
Sukiana
some-
thing?
Oh,
you talking
No,
about?
go ahead.
We did. We
Can I
brought
talk
her
about
up
that?
the last episode. But what is your
What
thoughts
y'all
on
said?
that?
I don't want to be.
You can listen. Everybody's opinion may be different. What's your opinion on that?
Okay, so when I was doing a little research on the story, I mean, it's not everything's on social media, so you don't gotta go far. But I do think after like watching the video and hearing like her accept the apology and things, it makes sense. I could understand why she would accept the apology because cancel culture is like really aggressive. Now, don't get me wrong, some things and some people deserve to like be taken out of spotlight, but I think there are some issues or situations where people can redeem themselves. I think what is his name? I don't. Oh,
YK.
YK. I don't think he's a very immature man from everything we've seen about him. You know, a lot of them are immature. So I think it is it's good to hold them accountable, but it also makes sense to still give them space to
Mine?
want to grow. But I think he definitely was inappropriate for his actions, and I think I was even more upset at the men sitting around her, because it's like, even like with the lady getting beat up, how do y'all think that that was okay if she's visibly uncomfortable and she's saying no? Again, like, no one wants it done to them. Every man says, oh, it couldn't be my daughter, it couldn't be my wife. But so then why don't y'all like protect the other woman more? They was all sitting there shocked and appalled. So it's like, of course y'all all felt it was awkward, so why don't y'all speak up? I think a lot of men rather like stand with each other even if it doesn't make sense, because they're like, oh no, that's the bro code. But it's like, if more men check their brothers for the actions that they were doing, you know, a lot of men, you know, they would think twice, because it was like, they don't listen to women as much. But if your man's is telling you like, nah, you doing too much, it may make them think twice about reacting or doing certain things. So I think it would have made a difference if they would have spoken up right then and there.
Probably.
I agree.
Probably.
I agree.
I mean, I definitely, like we were saying last week, I definitely don't feel like anyone should be violated. A man, a woman, a child. No one should be violated or put in a space where they feel violated by someone else's actions. I just also feel like we got to learn to be more accountable for how we show up, too, right? Yeah. So, suggestively, the lyrics, like I was saying around the last episode, that's also the same young woman who was on that cover on a dog leash on all fours, and you know, everything you sing is for real. Like, you listen, like, no shade, and like everything you sing about is sexual. So, not to say that it's okay that once you say no, someone violates your space, but can we not argue that you open up a space where men feel like that's the way you want to be approached?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying it's okay to feel violated. You should never feel violated.
Like, you go first.
No, I mean, as long as you're able to, as long as you'll be able to be, how I say it, as long as you're able to assert yourself as like, you know, like, this is what you'll take, this is what you'll tolerate, but this is what you won't tolerate and stuff like that. That's fine. I mean, as long as you'll be able to respect yourself, I think that is okay. But to not respect yourself and to have others disrespect you and so on and stuff and taking that, it's not okay. Let's not, I mean, she is smart. I mean, when she says certain things and when she actually does talk and sit down, she can be very smart. Her words she can be very encouraging. But, I don't know, some things I just don't agree with.
Yeah,
Shut up.
her character, she's a character.
Right,
I understand what you're saying, but that's kind of tricky, saying her lyrics open the door, because that's almost like saying, oh, well, her skirt is really short, so I thought she wanted me to touch her. Now, I get what you're saying. It is suggestive. If you're constantly saying, I like this, I want this, then it puts a thought in people's minds, but that does not mean you should act on it.
I want it from you.
And again, so I'm not saying in any way you deserve to be violated.
Right.
I have the right to say what I want out of my mouth. I then also have to be accountable for the actions or reactions that come from what I have produced from my mouth.
Right.
Donald Trump and make America white again. And everyone's upset about that. That's his opinion. That's his feeling, right? So should we address him based on the fact that we don't agree, or based on the fact that he's just a man? Like, it's the same kind. For me, it kind of balances out the same way. If my vagina this and I'm popping on what am I supposed to get from that? I'm just saying.
I think it's
what
men do that
comes
too,
with that?
you know, as far as I pop this, I
Yeah, and look what they get. They get baby mamas like Scrappy and Bambi. You out here acting like you got it. You got by get it girl, and now you ain't got it, and you got 3 more kids.
Mama,
It do go. It go.
I deserve.
Look. Cause it's true. So it goes both ways. It does. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Men out here acting like they getting it, they got it, and you
Sure
attract
don't.
women who want your bag and your bag only, and y'all don't have it. Like it's inappropriate on to whomever is doing it. Because your image matters. Like, that's why as parents we try to teach y'all it matters how you show up, it matters what you say, it matters what you do. Those things matter, because when you create an image of yourself, then people are going to address you based on the image that you created for yourself.
So what if that is actually your image, as in like that character or whatever you so call, whatever is basically your image, but you know that you're not basically putting it like trying to be out in a negative way. You're just still being who you are, but you know this is your persona, this is your character, this is who you gotta be. So this is who you gotta put on and be every day. I think of things like that.
Like an alter ego.
Yeah, basically an alter ego, but.
Then I think that's what becomes hard for me as a person, right? Like, if I need an alter ego to do and be somebody else, then I'm not being my most authentic self. And I curse, I do all, like, I get it. So I'm not saying like I'm perfect and I show up perfect, but I'm also able to say I have to then be accountable for how people react to me. I'm very, y'all know me, my mouth is very, and because of that, a lot of people don't know how to receive me. A lot of people don't know how to receive me. And so I can't then be like, oh my God, why they don't like me? Because I'm upfront, I'm direct, and I'm going to speak in that truth. And if it's something I don't like, I'm going to speak about that as well, right? So I have learned to understand that that's not going to be received well by all people. And that's what I mean by it is okay to stand in who you are. It really is. I'm not saying it's not. But when you stand in who you are, then stand by who you are and what that also can create and bring to your space.
Yep.
I just say, no matter where you stand, if people want to violate you, I could be fully clothed, and there's still something about me that entices them that they still might feel invited to. So it really doesn't matter. Like, it's just whatever people perceive you as and whatever they put you as in their mind as them, and I don't have nothing to do with that. You know, like if I didn't say, you know, I want you on my body, then you shouldn't be thinking that you will be on my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I understand what both of you saying, but when it comes to like an alter ego, sometimes there's just certain people that you are not comfortable with doing certain things around, you know? So sometimes I just might feel like, you know, when I'm around free-spirited people, maybe I become the flying Rhonda, you know, because I know the people around me like to fly, and this other group of people I know they're a little bit more sheltered. So it's like it depends on the people who you around and what, you know, comes out of you. That's what I think, you know.
Oh, definitely.
So, you know, whatever. Either way, it's pretty good.
Touche.
Yeah, so let's get into this week's topic, which is what, Ebony? Drum roll, please.
Oh, you want me to announce the topic? Well, yeah, I get on my nerves. Well, this week, in the celebration of the month of June and Pride and having our LGBT experience, and I mean, to be transparent, being mothers, raising 2 young adults in the LGBTQ and all them extra letters.
LGBTQ plus IA. Or, yeah, something like that.
Right.
Listen, but y'all can't keep adding on
Don't
because
forget
we
me.
lost.
Right.
Don't kill me, I'm sorry.
Listen, 'cause you should know all the little acronyms
I mean,
and letters. What is it?
They adding all that extra
I know
stuff.
it's, yeah.
Well, what
That's
is it?
really,
What was it? What do you know?
LGBTQIA plus.
yeah.
Yeah, I said the LGBTQIA plus.
AIAPQ. They adding all these extra stuff.
Okay, well, as parents of LGBTQ, I'm gonna stop at Q because my last,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
what I've known.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we were bringing them on so we can just hear your opinion on, one, what it is to be LGB in this era, this time, what it is to have the type of parents that you have that have supported you and, you know, just kind of had your back. So we kind of wanted to just hear your opinion on it as Pride Month is coming to an end.
Yes.
Who me go first?
It doesn't matter if you. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Two clowns.
I'm over here eating. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So I'll start from the beginning. I think I told my mom and my grandma that I liked girls and boys when I was like 12. What's that, like 5th grade maybe? Around there. I know it was like 4th or 5th grade. And I just said, hey, so, yeah, I think I like boys, but I like girls too. And I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen, but they were pretty chill about it. But my mom did say it was like, oh, it's probably just a phase. You'll grow out of it, which is a very common phrase that I think parents use, and I don't think I didn't think of it when I was younger, but I think like telling them it's a phrase. It's not a phase. I think when it comes to the LGBTQIA plus community, I think I nailed that one. It's a lot of stereotypes and definitions and opinions surrounding it. So there's so much to learn about it. I think it's often seen as a phase or something that someone grows, like it just grows on them. But I think to be a part of the community, it's something that you feel. I don't think it's something that you're like, oh wow, I see it on TV, I want to try it out. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some people that do that, so they're bi-curious, as you would say, but there are some people who feel it from a very young age, and it's almost like unexplainable. So it's when people say it's like a phase, it's like, I don't know, because I'm still feeling this way. That was like, what, 12? I'm 20 now, so it was like, this is a phase. It's a pretty long one, but I think it's knowing that they were supportive helped, because a lot of other youth around me, they didn't always get acceptance, and when you hear about it on the TV and things, you hear a lot of the times it's a rejection kind of reaction. So it brings a lot of nerves to young people, but it helps when you guys are supportive, because then it helps you to have an outlet to express yourself with. I think I saw a thing. Hold on, I'm gonna look at my paper, y'all.
I mean, for me, it wasn't so much I thought it was a phase, like, you'll outgrow liking girls. It was more you're so young, period. You're 12. Like, at 12, I said the same thing to your brother. I don't know if it's working with him, but I said the same thing to him. You're 11, you're 12. Like, you don't know chill out. Like, learn yourself, learn your school books, like, relax. Mm-hmm. That was more the space I was in at that moment, because for me, it didn't matter regardless. Girl, boy, whatever, it doesn't matter. It was just, let's wait till we get a little older. Because at 12, you don't know yourself.
But sometimes I will say, though, that when a kid actually is, like, telling you something, like, they really mean it. Like, they honestly, truly mean it. And I think also as well, like, if they're able to tell you that in that way specifically as well, it's also because that they're comfortable with you. And that they know that you love them for who they are, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna express themselves to you in that way, and then they are expecting you to be able to understand them and just be able to just love and nurture them from that. Mm-hmm. Even though I know it's like it takes time, like that at that age it takes time, but it happens.
Sometimes yeah.
It happens.
There are children as young as 8 that sometimes say, "Hey, Mom, I feel like this," and a lot of times they'll be like, "They say what you," and I get it. It's something that, because as children we say a lot of outlandish things. I want to be an astronaut. I want to travel the world.
But
like
why
we
is that
say
outlandish?
these things, but I mean
That's
it's
your
okay.
dream.
I say outlandish only because at that age it's like, okay, sure. When you get to this age, that'll happen. At 8 and 12. Certain things you can't say you'll do because you got to give it some time. But I think certain things that when you say you feel, like you said, I was looking at this research thing, and it said that when parents support their children more, it it shows less depressive symptoms. A lot of depressive youth, a lot of depressive people in the world are a part of the LGBTQ plus community, because they don't always have the outlet to express themselves. And because it's such a I don't want to say confusing, but the topic around it is so complex that people don't really know what to believe or where to go with it. And so because you don't really know what you're talking about, and then you hear opinions from here or there, and then your own feelings, it makes it a little harder to understand and connect. So, that makes them really closed off, because if I can't go anywhere where I feel accepted, or I will receive backlash, and I don't want to talk, I don't want to go nowhere. But people need human connection, so that was something.
Yeah, that's one thing that breaks my heart. Like, I really wish that the LGBTQ plus community, did I say it right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I wish they didn't feel like they had to go outside to find community, because at the end of the day, you're still one of us. Like, you're still black, you're still a person. So I just wish that us black people, I'm trying to stop saying the word black, because it's not really, it's just a color. But we have to accept the people that look different within our community, and it just hurts that they felt like we wouldn't have their back and they had to go out and create their own community. Like, that's one thing I don't like.
Ooh, where can I start with this one?
How was, like, your experience, finding who you are and being able to share it?
My experience has been, it still is a journey. I'm still learning myself every day. I would say that when it came to that situation, I mean, if I won't lie, always knew I had a little bit of tittiness of sweetness to me.
We know.
Definitely, like,
Just a little bit of
just a little bit.
Yeah, we used to play dolls. And
Jordan, Barbies, Kens, all that, you name it, Dream House.
Love to
You
come
be like,
upstairs.
Tasha!
Used to have a lot of fun.
I'd love to come upstairs.
Like, you ain't got no ponytail.
Okay.
I'm coming upstairs.
But those are the moments that makes me my character, that makes me who I am as a person. I'm very playful and so on. But I think that when mommy found out, it was just like, what the hell? But also just, later on, as she understood, she was able to slowly understand and accept me for it. It's not like, I don't think that the problem was that she just didn't accept gay folks or anybody who's in LGBT. I think it was just the simple fact that she just didn't know what to do as of yet, because now her son is a part of that. And I don't think that she would probably thought that I was ready, probably as much ready in the world. So I mean,
in the community, it wasn't.
I was about to say that, girl, and the people
your
around
mom,
me telling me that
for your
I'm a
mom,
bad
it wasn't
mother
okay
because
for
I'm
those
raising
reasons.
a gay son, like.
Which, let me tell y'all now, she did not, because look at me, I'm still here, and I'm still iconic, and I'm still cool, and
Giving way more than a man than
I give
straight
a
man.
lot more, and I think that with all those situations, it just makes me a stronger person, and it just makes me even more. I don't even look at myself just as a gay man. I just look at myself as just more of a man, a strong man at that, strong black man, strong brown man. Nobody can tell me otherwise, because I love myself unconditionally for who I am.
As you
And that's just that. But I'm happy that along the way, I mean, I couldn't have done it without myself if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for my grandmother. Shout out to you, Shuggy, and all. And even the people around me, I mean, you played your little partners too. So,
we definitely been a part of the journey. I'm open because of my own experiences, and so because of that, it just allowed me to be open. I always said when I had kids, it didn't matter. I'm always been a flower child, right? Like, you just gotta, regardless to what, your kids are your kids. And when you were young, and me and your mom were talking, and I was like, and like, I think that was one of the first times you said it out loud, right? Like she asked me like, well, what do you think? And like, he is who he is. He's yours. God didn't give him to you by mistake. And anybody that don't get it ain't supposed to get it. And it was the same way with Kayla when she got to the point where she reached high school and it was like, okay, Ma, this is what I want. It was like, all right, well, Mom, Dad, everybody, this is what it is. You don't have to agree with it, but you will respect her.
Fact.
And you will respect her space and you will respect her decision. And if you want to have a conversation, we could talk. Because, you know, I didn't want people to feel like they couldn't talk about it. But ultimately, yeah, it's not the end of the world. This is like the least.
And it's a work in progress. It's like a work in progress. Like, I told her, I would say 12, when I was 12, 13, I remember being in her room. I was like, listen, Ma, at first, I had to keep it safe. I was like, Ma, I'm a little bisexual. So,
hello.
It's a little bisexual. And then she was just like, okay, I mean, I don't understand, but okay. And then that's later on down the line, I realized that I got to high school, I said,
I don't like girls.
I don't like girls. I know I'm gay. Like, I'm gay. Like, that's what I like.
Why are we even playing?
But and through all of that still continuing now, like me and her, like our relationship has like blossomed like even more. Like we're able to communicate and talk and understand each other and knowing that like, you know, like we both got our own problems, but let's not like, you know, have all the like be so secretive and private, and let's be able to like express ourselves to each other, but not in a crazy way like a bestie or a bestie or anything like that, but as a mother and a son thing, but also
it's respect.
And I couldn't tell you the many times that he has brought people around, and our relationship has caused so much conflict between him and other people. And like Kayla said, it's just because of acceptance. Like the other people weren't accepted in their home, and they would come around me and I would make them, you know, I would try to make them feel accepted, you know. And I guess sometimes you just like, oh, but you got this, and you know, instead of those people understanding, like it may not look like I'm not your mom, but you getting love and acceptance. Like I'm a house mother. I'm a mother. I'm a house mother. I'm a house mother. I'm like Blanca.
No, because
Mother Blanca.
it all falls into many levels of how people deal with each other. You know, for us, it was important to raise our children to understand that no matter what, we loved you. It's more important to us that you're both well-rounded, you and you guys and your siblings, that you guys are just like overall well-rounded adults, that we're giving you supportive, healthy, loving environments, and despite your sexuality, because that's such a small part of who you are, and it doesn't make you at all. But I know that for me, like with Rhonda, I'm very protective over the space and who comes into her space, just because as a family we're very close, and a lot of people don't always get that. They don't get that. You know, we play fight, we hug, we lie, you know, we laugh, we talk, we cry, we argue, like we go through that, and a lot of people don't get it because unfortunately it doesn't look the same in a lot of people's homes, you know. So I just like what you said, I just try to continue to pour that positivity into whoever she chooses to be around. And when I'm not feeling them, I just let her know, like, I'm not feeling them.
You wasn't
right,
with it
but
anyway.
enough to tell you, as a
I'll
mother
tell her from the
figure,
beginning.
you playing yourself.
I was like, oh,
Even though they don't want to listen to it sometimes.
they never listen.
But guess what? We ain't listen.
At all. So that's why I don't even fight it. And you know, as you guys continue to journey through this, you want some more? The glass is empty.
No, yes, go ahead and finish your
But
word.
as you guys continue to journey on and you guys continue to grow as young adults, just know that we have your back, no matter what it looks like.
And we have yours, girl.
Damn.
Yeah,
We have to let them know.
and that's my Tasha.
And that's Beyonce. Miss Beyonce in the corner.
I don't know why this kid and this woman.
To just all of our subscribers and those who will subscribe, I just want you to know that as you are journeying, whether it is through your sexuality, through your mental health space, navigating your relationship, going through your friendships, transitioning through your work, just know that you can do it. Just know that you have the power with the right support system, with the right amount of work, and with, of course, God first and before anything. You can do and get through anything.
And I will say, you go somewhere where you don't feel like you have to create an alter ego. Go into a space where all of you can exist in this one space where you don't have to go out and create anything. This is just an extension of who I am, and what is life without a gay person beating your makeup or designing some clothes
Now see.
or doing your hair,
Now see.
or teaching you how to walk, teaching you to talk. I know they say they got it from women. Yeah, I can see that. But you LGBTQ people, they put a spin on it.
With a
Plus, they put a spin on it. Okay.
Make sure you say plus.
Yeah, let's talk about all the things they contributed. So don't count them
Look at my
out.
stalker.
you
Her
know?
mouth, she got it from me. Honestly, the sassiness, she gets it from me.
All the kikiing.
But as we are wrapping this
Yes.
episode up,
Last episode of the season.
we thank you guys for taking the time to join us for these last 9 episodes.
Yeah.
It started out as a thought, and it is blossoming into a dream, and I am looking forward to what the next season and the next season and every season after that brings. I'm looking forward to growth. I'm looking forward to prosperity.
Yeah.
So if you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Please share this
What you
to
waiting
as
for?
many. Yeah.
You better subscribe right now.
And if you can't watch the videos, you can check us out on Spotify and Amazon.
Let's go.
Spotify,
Let's
Amazon.
go.
Sure
And
is.
wait for us. We coming to Apple. We coming to Apple Podcast. We are out here. Please, we are outside.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll give you little clips. Like, of course, I'm going to give y'all some footage from the Renaissance tour. Just things that we're going to be doing throughout the summer, and just stay tuned.
Yes.
See you next season.
Follow our Instagram because we do have it. It is us Instagram. We have our
TikTok.
how you call it? What you call it? She's gonna be our social media guru. Okay,
I
but
wish
check
you
us
could
out
have
on our
YouTube
YouTube
Hollywood.
channel. Yes, keep
YouTube
up with
What?
our YouTube. It is us podcast on our YouTube channels. Just stay tuned and
It took me 6 years to be able to get a follow back.
listen.
From
Stay.
Snap.
Wait, y'all talking
Wait.
about me?
Stay on
Wait.
track. Stay on
Hold
track.
on.
No, but definitely keep being. I'll be stuttering. Keep being dope on purpose because you can and because you should. It is us, and we are.
We outie 5,000.
Peace.
Move it. Girl.
Wait. I might got a song. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, the kiss. That's the.
I just did that.
Bye.
And best sauce.